Greetings from our channel. The whole film business has bowed before Jeff Bridges for his varied and colorful roles. Jeff has made a lasting impression on viewers, whether it is as the passionate country singer in Crazy Heart, the tough sheriff in True Grit, or the laid-back the dude in The Big Lebowski. However, few are aware that a life full of difficulties and upheavals lies beneath that laid-back, easygoing exterior. In addition to being a talented actor, Jeff Bridges has experienced some of the most difficult times in his life. Jeff was more tested than ever before by his fight with illness, his mental breakdown from health issues, and even his near-death experiences when he had to deal with COVID-19. But Jeff never gave up, just like the characters he has played. He surmounted everything to carry on making art and to reinforce the strength of love and fortitude. Please join us as we continue to examine Jeff Bridges' troubled yet equally amazing life by leaving a comment stating that you love him. This is a journey of a guy who overcame hardship to use every obstacle as a chance to advance, not merely a story of an actor. Early life and career beginnings. Jeffrey Leon Bridges was born in Los Angeles, California, on December 4, 1949. He was the youngest son in a family of well-known artists. Jeff was surrounded by the worlds of theater and film from birth. His father, Lloyd Bridges, was a well-known actor in Hollywood, and his mother, Dorothy Bridges, was a writer and actress. Jeff's future in the entertainment industry was organically influenced by and built upon this familial milieu. Jeff Bridges entered the entertainment industry at a fairly young age, in contrast to many celebrities who waited until they were adults. At the age of 2, Jeff appeared on screen for the first time in the 1951 movie The Company She Keeps. His lengthy film career began with his first part as a butt. It was a small turning point that brought Jeff into the entertainment industry. When Jeff starred alongside his father in the hit television series Sea Hunt in the late 1950s, his acting career really took off. Jeff was just 8 years old at the time, but his appearance on Sea Hunt immediately brought him to the attention of viewers. Jeff also gained a lot of knowledge from his father. Not just about the art of acting, but also about life and the commitment needed to pursue it. Jeff Bridges did not enter the entertainment sector too quickly, even though he was exposed to the film industry at a young age and came from a well-known family. He entered the U.S. military after high school, deciding to temporarily remove himself from the spotlight. Reserve Coast Guard. Throughout 7 years, Jeff worked diligently. Like working on offshore vessels and stripping ship paint. In addition to teaching him patience and discipline, these experiences allowed him to take a break from the movie business and think about his future. Jeff frequently debated whether he should keep pursuing an acting profession while he was in the military. He questioned if he should pursue another career path or if acting was really his calling. But his love of the arts remained simmering beneath the surface. After completing his military service, Jeff decided to try his hand at the entertainment business once more. He developed both personally and as an artist throughout his service in the military. Equipped with a strong foundation from his family and a wealth of life experiences, Jeff looked for roles that would push him to grow as a person. In 1971, his career had its first significant sea change. When Jeff was chosen to star in Peter Bogdanovich's The Last Picture Show. A tremendous degree of emotional and subtle performance was required for this American film masterpiece. Jeff received his first Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor as a result of his powerful performance, which impressed both reviewers and viewers. In addition to establishing Jeff's reputation in the business, The Last Picture Show's success put him on Hollywood's list of the most promising actors. After this achievement, Jeff still had to deal with situations that made him doubt his abilities. Jeff experienced extreme anxiety when filming The Iceman Cometh in 1973 and even thought about leaving the project since he didn't think he was cut out for it. However, he was counseled by filmmaker Michael Cimino, "You are this character. The character would do whatever it is that you do." Jeff was able to overcome his reservations and reinforce his will to act thanks to this guidance. In addition to his early achievements, Jeff Bridges' career was influenced by his father, Lloyd Bridges, and his unwavering leadership. In addition to teaching him acting techniques, his father instilled in him a strong passion for the art form and the satisfaction that comes from putting oneself into it. Jeff has frequently mentioned that his father's upbeat outlook and unwavering enthusiasm for education were important elements that enabled him to endure and keep getting better. Jeff Bridges has had a strong and respectable career since his early childhood parts. In addition to being a gifted actor, he is proof that hard work and enthusiasm always result in lasting success. Major accomplishments and honors. Jeff Bridges instantly enthralled viewers with a range of parts across several film genres in the ensuing years thanks to his unwavering dedication and indisputable talent. He co-starred in Lightfoot and Thunderbolt with Clint Eastwood. In this movie, Jeff received his second Oscar nod for his portrayal of a youthful, vivacious robber. Jeff established his name and set the stage for more ambitious parts in the future by bringing to life the rebellious spirit and vibrancy of a young criminal with his diverse acting. Jeff was able to establish himself as an actor who could play a variety of roles thanks to his roles in movies like Against All Odds, 1984, Tron, 1982, King Kong, 1976, and The Iceman Cometh, 1973. Jeff portrayed Kevin Flynn in Tron, a young hacker who becomes entangled in a virtual game environment. A significant turning point in Jeff's career was this movie, which was among the first to use computer-generated graphics, presenting him in a science fiction setting. As Jeff consistently pushed himself with nuanced characters and thought-provoking tales, each job was a step closer to his goal of proving himself. But it was his performance in Starman, 1984 that really made Jeff Bridges' career take off. Jeff played an extraterrestrial in the movie who attempts to survive on Earth by assuming human form. He had to portray a strange creature's curiosity and purity in this part while maintaining a strong emotional connection. Jeff depicted the aliens awe at the human environment with deft body language and nuanced facial emotions. He had to give the role a sense of both the otherworldly and the very human, making the performance one of the most difficult of his career. Jeff was nominated for another Oscar with Starman. Best Actor this time. The movie's success not only validated Jeff's acting abilities but also solidified his place in the motion picture business. Jeff continued to display his talent in the late 1980s when he co-starred with Michelle Pfeiffer and his brother, Beau Bridges, in The Fabulous Baker Boys, 1989. The presence of a female vocalist transforms the lives of two musician brothers who are having career setbacks. Jeff played a very reflective character who was caught between his love of music and the harsh facts of life. He received tremendous praise from critics and a Golden Globe nomination for this role. Audiences were deeply affected by Jeff's ability to capture the suffering and annoyance of an artist who was once driven by passion but is now constrained by reality. But Jeff Bridges' portrayal of the Dude in the Coen brothers' 1998 film The Big Lebowski is arguably his most famous role. Millions of viewers were first exposed to the Dude, a lazy, laid-back man who enjoys white Russian drinks and leads a carefree life, thanks to this dark comedy's distinctive style. The Dude's easygoing and free-spirited demeanor made him a representation of a straightforward yet energetic lifestyle, but also had an impact on his personal life philosophy. "The Dude is a part of me," he once remarked. "I was able to find delight in the small things and think about many facets of life because to that role." In addition to making Jeff a pop cultural phenomenon, this role helped The Big Lebowski become a renowned cult film all around the world. It is a perfect illustration of how a part can change an actor's life in addition to their career. Jeff Bridges enthralled audiences with his performance in Crazy Heart, 2009, even after achieving great success with his famous roles. He portrayed Bad Blake in this movie, a deranged country music artist who managed to cling to his intense love of music. Jeff won the Academy Award for Best Actor, the Golden Globe, and the Screen Actors Guild S.Egg Award for his heartfelt and genuine performance. For Jeff, it was a turning point in his career that cemented his place among the best actors in Hollywood. As an artist battling decline but never giving up on his passion, Jeff revealed that playing Bad Blake was a personal voyage of self-discovery for him. In addition to demonstrating his acting prowess, Jeff Bridges' Oscar victory confirmed that he was still one of the most well-known actors in the business after all these years. In 2010, Jeff Bridges received yet another Oscar nomination for his portrayal of Rooster Cogburn in True Grit, further impressing viewers. In addition to showcasing his hardness and strength, this part explored the character's emotional depth. Jeff has stated that this part, which signaled his comeback to the Western genre, was one of the most influential of his career. For his performance as Marcus Hamilton in Hell or High Water, Jeff was nominated for another Oscar in 2016 for Best Supporting Actor. He portrayed a retiring sheriff in the movie who was motivated to find two bank thieves. In addition to his already outstanding career, his portrayal of a composed yet resolute figure earned him another important Oscar nomination. Personal life and marriage: he has a very touching love story with his wife, Susan Geston, which has garnered praise for decades due to its loyalty, love, and enduring friendship. Their bond is more than just love, it's evidence of their tenacity, love, and steadfast support throughout the years. The romance between Jeff and Susan started in 1975 while Jeff was in Montana filming Rancho Deluxe. Jeff once met Susan, who was working as a waiter at a neighboring hot spring to help pay for her schooling. It was love at first sight for Jeff. He couldn't take his eyes off Susan since he was so enthralled with her grace and inherent beauty. The fact that Susan had two facial bruises from a vehicle accident at the time added to the specialness of the occasion. However, Jeff found her much more unique as a result, rather than lessening her attractiveness. And enduring. Despite the instantaneous spark of love, Jeff had to face his deepest marriage-related concerns. He was concerned that his beloved sense of freedom may be taken away by commitment. Jeff hesitated for a long time because he was afraid of being committed to a long-term relationship. But ultimately, his love for Susan won out. Jeff made the decision to pop the question after months of struggling with his feelings. Remarkably, on June 5, 1977, 2 days after he proposed, they were married in a modest but happy ceremony. This was more than just a significant turning point in Jeff's personal life. It was the start of a solid and long-lasting partnership that has endured for more than 40 years. Together, Jeff and Susan have endured many hardships over the course of their 40 years together, including health issues and professional demands. Isabel and her spouse have 3 daughters. Haley was born in 1985, Jessica in 1983, and Isabel in 1981. They have 3 daughters, and they have 3 daughters, and they have 3 daughters, so on. Even though Jeff's acting job occasionally required him to spend a lot of time away from home, he has always been a loving parent. Jeff has always prioritized his family, though, and he has always found time for his wife and girls. Jeff has been able to keep his family and profession stable by striking a balance between work and personal life. His daughters have all grown up to be successful and independent people in their own right because they were raised in an environment of love and art. Their lives were not without difficulties, though, and one of the most trying times was in 2020 after Jeff received a cancer diagnosis. The Bridges family was devastated by this event. For Jeff, the fight against cancer was not just a medical one but also a mental and emotional one. Who had consistently been resilient and upbeat. He suffered from significant side effects and physical weakness as a result of chemotherapy. As Jeff suffered from chronic discomfort, he lost his strength, his hair, and occasionally his spirit seemed to wane. Susan was his pillar of support throughout this trying period. She was a constant source of emotional support in addition to attending to his bodily needs. Susan realized that medicine was insufficient on its own to combat sickness. The most effective cures were love and caring. As Jeff faced the greatest hardship of his life, her presence gave him the strength to persevere and maintain his faith. However, the difficulties didn't stop there. Jeff got COVID-19 while receiving cancer treatment, when chemotherapy was seriously impairing his immune system. His situation was worse than it had ever been because of the infection. Jeff was critically ill and in critical condition when he was admitted to the hospital. He fought for his life for weeks after being put on a ventilator. Jeff revealed that during those times, he felt as like he was on the verge of paradise and questioned whether he would live. Susan was by his side the entire time he was in the hospital, offering him emotional support and care. She wasn't merely taking care of his physical need. She was also essential in keeping him positive. Susan always reminded Jeff of their family's affection and urged him to persevere, so he never had to feel alone in his fight. Jeff was profoundly touched and frequently mentioned how Susan's love gave him the strength to keep fighting. She supported Jeff during his therapy and helped him rediscover his optimism and life-giving strength at his darkest hours. Jeff endured physical suffering and mental anguish throughout his 5 weeks in the hospital, but he was able to persevere because of Susan's love and their kids' support. Following his recovery from COVID-19 and his slow recovery from chemotherapy, Jeff started to understand the real purpose of life. He acknowledged that life had never felt more valuable and that these difficult circumstances had taught him the importance of both love and life. Jeff recovered from his sickness and resumed his beloved and cherished work after a gradual recovery. Susan was by his side the entire time, assisting him in rediscovering his passion and inspiration. "Nothing is more valuable than Susan's love," Jeff once remarked. And he was able to get back up after his most agonizing collapses thanks to that very love. Over time, their love has only been stronger and more enduring. Not only is their over 40-year marriage evidence of their intense love, but it also demonstrates their tenacity and dedication to one another. They have overcome all obstacles together, including Jeff's dazzling professional achievements and their own personal hardships. Jeff has consistently insisted that his family is what keeps him rooted, and Susan is the one who feeds the family's fire and provides him with genuine contentment and serenity. Comment 1 if you believe that Jeff Bridges and Susan's love is amazing. And if you're lucky enough to have a great wife like Susan who has supported you through the highs and lows of life, please share your blessing with us in comment 3. Current life: Jeff Bridges made a strong comeback to acting following his therapy. He made a remarkable return in the 2022 television series The Old Man. He portrays a former CIA operative who is on the run as his past haunts him in the television series. The part was well received by both reviewers and viewers for Jeff's natural acting style and nuanced portrayal of the character, solidifying his place in the entertainment business following his protracted sickness. Working on The Old Man, Jeff revealed, was not only a chance for him to make a comeback to the big screen but also a chance to demonstrate his ability to overcome any challenge and carry on doing art that he loves. Jeff Bridges is a gifted musician in addition to an actor. His two albums, Jeff Bridges, 2011, and Be Here Soon, 2000, both highlight his passion for country and blues music. Jeff has always had a deep love for music, and he has used it to better society in addition to sharing his gift. His recordings helped raise money for charity causes and were highly received by fans. Jeff's reputation as an artist with a kind heart has been further cemented by his active involvement in philanthropy, which uses his music as a vehicle to aid those in need. Jeff has stated that his perspective on life has altered as a result of overcoming significant health obstacles, such as fighting cancer and COVID-19. He now treasures every second spent with his loved ones, looking for harmony and delighting in the little things. He once said that facing death makes life more valuable. In order to preserve his physical and emotional health, Jeff now spends more time with his family and engages in outdoor pursuits like walking, hiking, and meditation. Jeff is also a fervent social activist who is constantly dedicated to environmental and community ideals. He has supported and participated in significant efforts like the Plastic Pollution Coalition, which aims to reduce plastic waste for environmental protection, and No Kid Hungry, which fights child starvation. Jeff has consistently supported various social issues for many years, both in his work contracts and by personal initiatives. He has asked that no plastic products be used in some movies, promoting his environmental preservation agenda. As the iconic role he played in The Big Lebowski, Jeff Bridges is also renowned for emulating the dude's mindset. In addition to becoming a global symbol, this character embodies Jeff's personal values of serenity, simplicity, and balance. Through his work and lifestyle, he inspires people and frequently highlights the value of empathy and understanding. Jeff's philosophy is to always try to improve society while finding happiness in the little things. For Jeff Bridges, 2023 was particularly noteworthy because it was the year that the Critics' Choice Awards presented him with the Lifetime Achievement Award. His unwavering contributions throughout more than 70 years in the industry, not only in his film roles but also in his personal endeavors and social activism, were duly acknowledged with this honor. In his acceptance speech, Jeff highlighted his strong love for the arts and his dedication to continuing to contribute in the years to come, while also expressing his sincere gratitude to his family and co-workers for their support. Looking back on his career, Jeff Bridges has starred in more than 100 movies and won multiple significant honors, such as the Screen Actors Guild Award, the Oscar, and the Golden Globe. Jeff Bridges has established an impressive career and is now a representation of brilliance, tenacity, and inventiveness thanks to his diversity in acting, ability to play a variety of roles, and unwavering love for the art. For more than 70 years, Jeff Bridges has devoted his life to the film industry, giving his all to both the art form and the community. Tell us about your favorite Jeff Bridges part and your feelings after reading this motivational tale if you're a fan. Remember to follow our channel so you don't miss any more amazing tales about the classic Hollywood figures you adore. I'll see you in the upcoming videos.